Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Friday. Hope the weather's treating you not too bad. I know it's raining down at Jamie's place. It's been raining here as well. That's the British summer for you. Right, let's bring the guys in. And here we go. JP and Jake to keep us up to date with what's happening in the chat. Let's
Hmm.
bring the YouTube chat back up again. That's it. Right, I'll change camera and I'll let you see what we're going to be doing today. So, today on the lathe, I've got a nice big piece of ash, believe it or not,
Ooh,
about
nice.
15 inches diameter by 2.25 deep. Um, this might be a bit of a start, stop, won't start, won't start, won't start because the switch on my lathe's acting up again. But we'll see how
Uh-oh.
we get on. There we go.
Oh.
There we
There
go.
we go. Right, so I'll just flatten off the bottom of this and then stick some shape into it.
Just for clarification, it's not Saturday today, no?
Classy day?
Classic.
Classy day?
All right, let's read some people that's out in the chat. I'll scroll up a little bit. I'm not gonna go too far. Right, let's start right here. Let's start with Mr. Sid's Repurposing is out there. Mr. Martin Breach with Race Fleet or Stone.
What's up?
Mr. Doug Miller at Woods Fun Round. Copperale Woodturn is out there. Mr. Norman Greenwell. Joey Stillblade Woodworks is out there.
What up?
And we have Mr. Michael McEwen. Bailey Woodworks is out there. Mr. Chris Dodds is out there. Martin Brees is out there again. Brian L. Right, here we go. This is going to be a mouthful.
No, that's Brian with a
Brian.
Y.
Bri-
Everybody just calls him Brian with a Y.
Brian with a Y is out there.
Well, hello.
Malcolm Douglas is out there. Hodgepodge is out there. Terry Bartlett's out there. Stephen the Wood Dude is out there. Brian with a Y is out there again. Chris Schwind is out there. Mr. Jake Thompson is out there.
What?
And so far I've caught up. But if I miss, David Miller's out there.
Matt?
Brian McLaughlin's out there.
Matt?
Uh, Matt's out there as well. So far I think I've caught up, but obviously I didn't scroll right to the top. So if I missed you, just write something out in the chat and I'll read your name out.
Mm-hmm.
So Joe Garofalo's out there.
Hello, Joe.
So yeah. So just to let everybody be aware, tomorrow is the Virtual Craft Festival starting at 10 a.m. UK time
Yay.
over on my channel. And then we go over to Crafts with Ellen. And then we have Kenny cosplay stuff. And then we have Scott the Blue Light Turner. And then we have Dustin O'Hara, who is a knife maker. Then we have Costas making a return. If you don't know Costas, he's a fantastic maker, wood turner from Greece. Then we have Jake Thompson and myself doing Saturday morning cartoons.
Woo.
Then we have Mr. Dan Reese of Zebrano Woodcrafts. He's a ring maker. Then we have Kez from Spirit and Bear doing pyrography, scrolling, all that good stuff. A fantastic maker. Then we have Mr. Andy Berkey. Then we have 2 hours of Wayne the Woodturner. And then we have Mr. Zach Higgins doing some resin and stuff. Then we have Scott Hampton. And then we have Mr. Joey Stillblade Woodworks doing some leather work.
Nice.
And we finished off the show with Mr. Carl Jacobson. And now we have the awesome Joe Senior out in the chat.
Hey, Joe.
Say Carl who?
Carl who?
Mm.
Now, this is a piece of olive ash. It looks
Ooh.
quite plain on the bottom, but just there is a nice piece of olive, and on the opposite side as well. That one goes down a bit deeper. So when I'm not going to colour this at all because of the olive that's in there. When I flip it around and do the inside, this dark bit is really going to stand out.
Hmm.
Well, all right.
Oh.
Mr. Wivey Woodshed's in there, or if that's
Hello?
Mrs. Wivey Woodsheds, I apologise. Mr. Shane Hurst is out there.
What's up, Shane?
Right, Shane.
Brian with a wire says, question. What is olive ash? Is it a graft of the two woods?
No, what it is, Brian, was that Brian that asked that?
Yeah, Brian with a wire.
Right. A lot of the time with ash, it's quite plain and very, very light. But with some ash trees, when you get past the sapwood and get down into the heartwood here, it starts going quite dark brown with some lighter flecks in. And the reason it's called olive ash is because it actually resembles olive wood. That's why it's called olive ash.
Ah.
There you go. There you go.
Chris.
Hello.
She says, hello, Michael, Chris with a C, Doug, Shane, Joey, Matt, Martin, Jake, Jamie, and of course Wayne.
Well, hello, Chris. I turned something this week and it wasn't for Chris. It was pretty weird.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Ah.
Oh.
Charlie Taylor is out there. Says, hello, everyone.
Hello, Charlie.
If you want to see a good example of olive ash, if you go on YouTube to Country Wood Girl, she's just done a short of where they've been chainsaw milling some olive ash, and it shows a great example of what it looks like in plank form.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. Kezandor Phil is out in the chat.
Hashtag Kezandor Phil. Hello.
Hashtag Kezandor Phil. Hello. Chris says, yeah, it was a Connie, so it's okay.
Yep.
There'll be a week where he doesn't do anything for Connie as well.
Yeah. Hopefully this next week.
He won't win something.
Yeah, somebody else will win.
She's got Lucky Charms, I think she has for breakfast every morning, I think.
She's back in timeout.
We need to think of a question of the day for Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
There's
one right here.
There's a question from Mark Anslow, Wayne. Would you get more of the olive ash showing if you did a OG on the underside?
Yeah, I am going to be doing a little bit of an OG. It'll not be very much, but as you can see, that olive is starting to come through now.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to come through now. So by the time I've got the bottom shaped, it should be through a little bit more. Is this bloody switch acting up again? That's it.
There you go.
Does it work like as soon as you start cussing at it?
I think so. I think so. Chris says, what is an OG?
OG, I think, is original gangster.
It's a bit like Shrek, but not.
Right, have I got any router cutters here?
Stupid, dirty, ugly ogre.
Get
with
out
me a
of my
minute.
swamp.
That'll do, donkey.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Amy DeAngelis is in. Well, good day.
Good eye, Amy.
Right.
Was that a good one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Call
best I
that
can
an OG.
do. Best I can do.
Right. You'll probably not be able to see this very well. This router cut is quite small, but I'll see if I can show you the shape of an OG. So that is the shape of an
Oh.
OG.
Oh, gee.
Oh, gee.
So,
What's up, G? Jennifer Croft Creations is in. She
hi
says, I hope
Jennifer.
we're all well.
Hello.
Likewise. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually looking at I'm actually looking at 2 tubs here. I'm going to be using for resin mold soon, and they're both candy bars. So the question is, if Wayne was a candy bar, what would he be called? If Wayne was a candy bar, what would he be called?
Expired.
Expired. I'm assuming he'd be mint flavoured as well.
Meant something, right?
Oh, there you go. Spirit and Bear says aero. I could see that. Very bubbly. Amy says a peppermint crisp. Let's have a look. Chris Schwind says a mint chip. Christos says old mint. Jen's Craft and Creation says keep it classy.
Good
I
call.
am keeping
Good
it
call.
classy.
If it was around Christmas time, I'd be a mint bar humbug.
Yeah, there you go. Joe says quick fibre. Joey says red wine chocolate. Cockrell says wood shavings. If he had no teeth, it'd be wine gums. There you go. Look at that. Spirit and Bear, or Kez and or Phil, says after 8 on Saturdays. Brian McLaughlin says a curly whirly.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
If he put some hot sauce on his mic, he'd be a whisper. He's actually alright today. Malcolm McEwen says a Mars bar.
The ketchup whisperer.
The ketchup whisperer. The Cadbury's cream egg twisted.
So tonight we've got the Battle of the Makers back over on Steve SK's channel.
Amy Daniel says peppermint bark. Bailey Woodwork says, I would say Butterfingers, but I don't think I've ever seen Wayne lose a bowl off the lathe. Really?
Oh, I have.
He eventually finds it.
I certainly have.
When I went to Wayne's house, I actually filled up his bedways with bowls that I found under shavings. So he does lose them; he just leaves them there. Terry Butler says a clasper mint.
Nice.
I wonder if there could be. I wonder if there's something called a champion bar or something like that. Champion.
There can be now.
It should be, shouldn't there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually looking at these boxes now to see what we got on there. You got Snickers. What else was it? Crunchy.
Shane Hurst says you're joking.
A fudge. Yeah, there you go. You're joking. Amy says a grand mint bar.
That's grand.
Ward Wilson's in. Says howdy from the west coast of Arizona.
Hello.
And Pete from
Hey,
Twisted
Ward.
Trees is in.
Hey, Pete.
Ward, hello, good morning.
Let's think of another question now, because that one's kind of died off. So, if Wayne was to get a new tool, what should it be? And more importantly, what should it be? Its name. So, for example, you got a drill, which is drilly. You got a compressor, which is blowy. You got a brush, which is brushy. A lathe, which is spinny. So, if you were to get a new tool, what should it be, and what should be its name?
He gets a new switch called Switchy.
Yeah.
A new tool called Gougy. Hodgepodge says we should just throw a bunch of trivia questions to Wayne for the Battle of the Makers training. That's a good idea. Copper says a shop vacuumie. Marky McCune says Buffy. So here we go. That's actually not a bad idea. Let's give Wayne some training for Battle of the Makers. Pete from Twisted Tree says a Sorby steady rest and obviously call it Kevin. And Christos says get a Hoover and call it the unused. Chris Shrin says a new broom called Sweepy or a new vacuum called Sucky.
I've got a perfectly decent broom. I just never use it.
I'll take the vacuum.
So there's a funny story. There's a guy in the community called Doc Hildebrandt, and he used to play when we used to do a thing called Battle of the Makers. It was called Makers Wanted a while ago, with little sketch shows, and we used to post them online. The channel's not there anymore, unfortunately. I think the videos are there somewhere, but I think they're just unlisted. And he used to do a thing where he used to turn loads of brooms and brushes into little characters. Well, he set them up in his workshop to film a sketch, and we all had a hangout that night, and he left them there, and we all had a bit of a drink that one night. And he went to bed and completely forgot that he left them there. Well, in the morning afterwards, he was actually had someone coming around because he was selling his house. He went into the workshop, and he had what he called the Legion of Broom left in the workshop. Well, the realtor came into his workshop, saw all these brooms with googly eyes on them and hats and all this kind of stuff, and we're just like, what the on earth is going on here? Jimmy's got a question for you, Wayne. When did the Beatles split up? Tim's in from TF Turning.
Hey, Tim.
Wivey Woodshare says, which actor played Del Boy Trotter?
Oh, God. No, we've had that question.
I've heard that one. What state was President Kennedy in when he got shot? Well, he was in a terrible state. He died.
Horrible state.
Right, how's that looking? Grand.
There's 51 people watching right now, Wayne.
Excellent. Cheers,
Mhm.
guys.
And everybody, there's a buy me a coffee pinned at the top of the chat. If you like what Wayne's doing, go ahead and buy him a coffee, which is probably after show wine.
Yeah. Or you can buy him a can of conversation piece, which is what he's using now.
Yeah. There we go.
Chestnut conversation piece.
Yeah.
There we are. That's looking quite smart, like the green in that. I'm liking that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, mate. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Amy DeAndrews says, which company purchased the largest amount of nutmeg oil every year?
No idea.
Coca-Cola is the answer, apparently.
All right.
She didn't even make us wait.
Wivey Woodshed's got a question. He says, what does Sanding Sealer do?
Start a conversation.
Starts conversations all over the world.
Martin Brees has given you a $20 super chat because it won't let me buy Wayne a wine.
Oh man.
Oh, thank you, man. Very much appreciated.
Michael McEwen says 35 people have the opportunity to thank Wayne by hitting the like button. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael.
That's Jake's influence, that is.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
changing
he's an
lives over here.
influencer. He's an influencer.
Some for the good.
That needs to go on a t-shirt. I'm
Yeah,
changing lives over here.
Yeah, some for the good, some for the worse. You know?
Just get another. There's a couple of t-shirts we need to make for Jake. That one there, and then another one just says problem solver.
Well, I'm a problem solver, man.
Oh, and there's a third one that just says pressure, pressure, pressure. Mr. Douglas Mungham is in.
Hey, Douglas. If Wivey was
Douglas,
being serious about the sand and sealer, it seals the wood so you can get a better finish on it. That's what it does.
there you go. Douglas Miller says, who buys the most shellac in the US each year?
Shellac. Now, shellac is used a lot in sweets and things like that as well. I wouldn't be surprised if that's Coca-Cola as well.
Well, he's written Douglas in there, so I'm sure it's either Douglas or that's not the right answer.
Douglas really likes
Oh,
shellac.
he's put M&M and Mars, so I guess that's
There
the
you
same
go.
company.
There we go.
I guess Mars is the answer to that.
Yeah, they're used on shellac's used as a coating on a lot of
That's right. Yeah.
sweets that have got a hard shell on them.
Joey says Wayne does for his hair.
Douglas among them. Hello, Douglas.
Tim says he's saying hello to everybody. He says he apologises if his chat froze and he wasn't ignoring us all.
All good.
Amy says that's how you keep your beard in tip-top condition. Did anybody notice that Wayne's had a shave?
Yeah, did
We
anybody?
didn't. We didn't.
Hey, at least play the game man said we noticed right away, right? Right, Jamie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even have to tell them.
No.
I'll be honest, I never looked that high up.
I don't know where that's going.
He says my eyes are up here.
I was looking at
keep
the
it
lathe.
classy.
Benjamin says, how often does a new McDonald's open? It is every day, 14 and a half hours, B once a week, or C once every 72 hours.
I'm going to say daily on that one.
I don't know.
I know, they've got a lot of them, haven't they?
Unless, of course, you're in Russia, in which case they all close.
Hodgepodge says, does Wayne keep his beard trimmings and make new brushes out of them? If he does, he don't use them.
Yeah. they're just showpieces.
Ben James says, apparently it's every 14 and a half hours.
There you go.
Why there's so many of them?
So this is
They
chestnut
still can't get my orders right.
chestnut microcrystalline wax I'm putting on there now.
What does that do, Wayne?
It's a hardware and wax, Jamie. So you put it on things that are going to be handled a lot because it doesn't tend to show up finger or thumbprints.
Wivey Wood says, do you visit everyone, Ben? That could be a good series.
Me and
Visit
my daughter.
every McDonald's.
Yeah, me and my daughter went to McDonald's the other day at the drive-through, and they said, "What do you want?" I said, "Good morning."
There's a chain of I don't know what you want to call them, restaurants, bars, whatever you want to call them. They're called Weatherspoons in the UK. And a guy went round, and each one has got a different carpet. And a guy went round the UK travelling, taking pictures of every single carpet. And I was like, really?
He's got time on his hands.
Yeah. But people do silly things like they go and drinking every Weatherspoons in London, for argument's sake. We've actually got the biggest Weatherspoons down where I live. It used to be a theatre, and then it used to be a casino and nightclub. Chris says people will get fired for that attitude here. He does, Douglas. He does.
Well,
So I don't know if you can see, but all of this area here,
Yeah,
this area here and there, that's going to be the dark part, and then you've got a couple of bits of light going to be on the outside.
We wouldn't have a lot of things then, Chris, would they? We wouldn't even have a job.
well, I'll tell you, everywhere's hiring, so everybody's short on people, so they all get by with more. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I said it to her again when I got to the window. Good morning. How are you this morning? Good boy. Good boy.
So I recorded 3 videos yesterday, and I've done. I'm going to do Jake's bowl today. That I'm going to record, and then I'm going to start doing some resin casting. So
Nice.
that should be fun and come up on my channel soon.
Let's see if I've got that on.
Martin says it's sad that nobody wants to work.
I know.
Dan Adams, a CDA wood turnings in. All right, mate.
Dan.
Hello, Dan.
Tim says, I play a game called GeoGuessr. It drops you somewhere random on Google Street View, and you have to find where you are. There's all the Weatherspoons, those drunk bits, outside all the time.
JP, you see that one from Douglas Mungum? If there's a UK law that keep your engine running when you do a drive-through, you can get £1,000 fine. Is that true?
Exactly, there is a UK law that if you keep your engine running when you do a drive-through, you can get £1,000 fine. I've never heard of that.
We would have got fined a lot when I was there.
I've never heard of that. I mean, I could be wrong.
I've never heard of that either.
I think all I'm going to do today is get ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm ready.
I'm going to turn Jake's bowl. And then get ready for tomorrow.
Ooh, it's really showing up now.
Yeah, it's showing up now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Come on, start. Thank you.
I'll be right back, alright?
Okay.
Alrighty. Brian McLaughlin said he has a bowl to make with some mussel shell inlay this afternoon. That sounds cool. The bowl I did this week has floating abalone shell in it.
And it
There's like-
looks amazing.
There's a few spots in it you can see right through it, and the abalone's floating. That was what I made for Connie. She the one that wins everything on the channel. So I didn't make her wait 6 months for this one though.
Okay, I'm back.
No catastrophe. Sky's falling.
No, as far as I know.
Electrical.
No. You think London Bridge is falling down, though?
Yeah.
Wayne would get that reference.
What was that?
I said you would think London Bridge is falling down.
All right.
Woodworm Paul is in.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Paul.
Hello.
Tim says, seems like we're becoming a proper money pit owning a car.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle Higgins says 5:30 a.m. here. Stephen's making my way to the coffee pot and treadmill slowly.
Get her done.
I'd miss a treadmill if I were you.
Just sit on it and drink coffee.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
The only treadmill I'd go on is the ones at the airport.
I think that the enormously expensive coat hangers or clothes dryers treadmills are.
I know, right?
I'm building a router cabinet too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Stephen says, Michelle, add some Jack to that coffee.
There you go.
Douglas Mungham's got a good idea. He says, Michael, just get a donut and Michelle, just get a donut and watch Wayne.
And it's 23 minutes to the hour.
Is it? Is that all?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Hey, you better slow down, mate. Otherwise, you're going to have to do
Oh,
3 or 4 projects.
yeah. Settle down, Wayne.
It needs sanding. Well, sand it then.
By golly.
Mark the General Wood Turner's in. Says, hi, everybody.
Hey,
Sorry I'm
Mark.
late. Just back from the Axminster shop. I'm in pain.
Wallet
Have
in
we, got,
hand.
have we got to sing it? Have we got to sing it? And his wallet, cried. Amy says, what are the maple woods like to turn?
Lovely.
I haven't turned maple for a little while, actually. Actually, tell you, I did. I turned the bottle stopper.
Takes colour really
And
well.
his wallet cried.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Actually, here we go. Just for Mark.
And his wallet cried.
And the beer time 16 is in.
Hi, Rich.
Hello.
He says, those naughty people of Axminster took all my money, only went in for some Ebenezer lacquer.
Tell you the truth, I wished I'd known he was going to Axminster. He could have inquired about the switch for this late.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Not to worry, I'll give them a phone and see what they say.
Hello, Gav. Gav's in.
Gav's in the chat.
Gav.
Got the pleasure of meeting Gav at Make the Country. That's going to look really nice when you put the conversation piece on.
Give us something to talk about.
Rick shares Maker Central 2022. Maker Central 2022 looked good. It was, mate. It was
It
good
was.
giggle.
It was quite good.
Nice little milestone for Jackie Pie and myself with Saturday morning cartoons.
That was super fun.
I got me a handmade piece from Nicole Duke. Got me a giant acorn.
Giant acorn. Hello, Ash at Cuddy Shed is in.
How you doing?
Still got a
Douglas
bit of a
Mungham
sharp
says that
thing.
platter is looking amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
That is
Right, let's see how it pops when I put some sand and sealer on there.
Conversation piece.
Yeah, I was doing one of these last weekend, not as big as this, down at the Northumbrian turn. Oh, I've still got some tool marks here. I have to get rid of them. And I went to spray sand and sealer on, and I picked the wrong can up, and I covered it in bloody galvanizing lacquer.
No, no.
Oops!
I've done something similar to that before. I was making something years and years ago. I was making a phone speaker thing out of wood and just like different layers of things. You've got different layers, like you sculpture the inside out. I can't remember what you call it. And I like engraved something over some writing out into it, and I've got to right to the end and then spray lacquer over it and picked up silver spray paint.
Oops.
Yeah, that was very, very early on.
Just getting there.
That was
New
like
piece of
iPhone 2 or
240.
3 sort of era. That was. Ben Jamie says, "What grit do you generally start with, Wayne, when power sanding?"
80. I usually go, if I'm doing something like this, it'll be 80, 120, 240 Yorkshire grit.
Douglas Mungham says, "What is sanding sealer for?"
It's a conversation starter.
And Beard 16. I don't think the beard is here long enough to get the joke.
Oh,
Do you reckon we can convince Terry to change the description on the can to conversation starter?
conversation starter.
Yeah, you could at least have a conversation about it.
Right,
Yeah.
this should start popping now.
Here we go.
Nice.
Wipe off the excess again. Because I am using Yorkshire grit, I don't need to knock it back with anything because Yorkshire grit is an abrasive paste. If I wasn't using Yorkshire grit and I was using sand and sealer, I'd use one of these orange Webrax pads just to knock any excess off there, so it's a nice smooth finish. I haven't had that on for ages.
Do it for Yorkshire. Chris Schwinder says, very pretty. I am.
Mm-hmm. Platter's not bad either.
Mark says, oh darn, I knew I forgot something. I needed a new Webrax pad. He didn't quite say oh darn.
Turn the speed down again.
Christoph says, wow, that's a big ash bowl. I said bowl.
Good job. Well done.
He likes big bowls and he cannot lie.
Mm-hmm. Ruby Claire's in. She says, looks great.
Hiya, Ruby.
Hello, Ruby. Ruby. Do, 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 do. Shane Hurst says, stunning piece, Wayne.
Cheers, Shane.
Brian McLaughlin says, very nice, Wayne. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No,
drop that piece.
Oh.
I can't bend down that far. I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but the older you get, the farther away the floor gets.
or the taller you get.
Mm-hmm.
Brian with a Y says that olive ash is very similar to almond. No, yeah, almond with the light coloured sapwood and dark grainy heartwood.
Mm-hmm.
All right, okay. Never turned almond.
Laurie's in.
Hello, Lori.
Hey,
And
Laurie.
Alex, hello, Vato. Alejandro. Alex. What's up, Vato?
Hello there, man.
There we go. And get this finished off again with some microcrystalline wax.
We're just trying to get the wood.
Rich your beards off.
Yeah.
See you, Rich. Thanks for popping in.
He's got to get the wood shavings high enough to where you drop something, you don't have to bend over. It has it up
That's
there high
what
enough.
it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's me, Alex. How you feeling now, buddy? You feeling better? Benjamin wants to know if you do yoga, Wayne.
Bend over, I must. That'll be a no.
How about no?
How about no?
Mind you, it depends on the flavour. I quite like raspberry.
Douglas wants a question. What made Wayne go bald on the sides?
Hey?
I think he's talking about shaving.
All right. Yeah. Don't know.
Good to hear, Alex.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
God, it's been ages. When was it? I think I've only ever met Alex once. That was that the first Makers? I think that was the first Makers.
Could have
2018.
been. Yeah.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Get everything out the way. Change camera. Camera.
Camera.
Oh,
Look at that.
Camera.
not wrong way.
Nice,
That's it.
mate.
There you are. It'll probably come out better when I do the photographs, which I'll get done this afternoon sometime. That's better.
Douglas Mangum says, "Oh my."
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
So that's the bottom. Quite plain on the bottom, but with a nice lot of figure on the top.
Mint.
Nice.
Again, when you're doing something like this, it's about choosing the excuse me, about choosing the orientation of the wood, so you can bring the breast.
Hello, Betty.
I'm doing well today. So you can bring the best of the piece out. Because if I'd had this turned the other way around, the top would have been quite plain and all the figuring would have been on the bottom, which is not a huge selling point, really.
Mm.
Right, let's bring the guys in. And I'll get rid of some of these shavings.
Just another quick reminder. Wayne will be doing a 2-hour special on the Virtual Craft Festival tomorrow.
Yeah, it should be the breast. It should be the breast time.
It'll be the usual Saturday night mint with the guys in. So anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
What I'm going to be, what I was going to be doing another oak sculptural piece, carved and burnt, but after Jamie told me what he's doing, I've decided to do something to complement what Jamie's doing.
Alex says we even have Jake. Glad I joined.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So tomorrow, let's quickly do another quick run through. So it starts at 10 a.m. UK time over at my channel. Then from there we go to Ellen at Crafts with Ellen. Then Kenny Cosplay, Scott the Blue Light Turner. Then we have Dustin O'Hara. Then we have Costas. Then Jake and myself with Saturday Morning Cartoon. Oh, hang on. There we go. Then we go to Dan Reese at Sobrano Woodcrafts. Then Kez over at Spirit and Bear. Then shut up, dog.
What the heck?
Then Andy Berkey. Then we have Wayne. Then we have Franco. Then no, we don't have Franco. We have Wayne for a 2-hour special. Then we have Zach Higgins. Then we have Scott Hampton. Then we have Joey, and then Cole. And the dog's trying to get out of here.
Can I pet that dog?
Oh, dear. There you go.
There we are.
Oh.
Right.
Grand. Everybody in the chat will be going,
Oh,
oh,
puppy.
they're not.
All right. Vicky is.
Vicky says,
Thank you, Ruby.
It's her dog.
I decided it was about time to get rid of them, so they've gone.
All right.
Yep.
That's it. The pup's taking over the show.
Steal the show.
Thank you, Alex. I'm pleased somebody did that.
Aw.
Right,
Aw.
I'm going to hit the button. Thanks everybody for coming along. I hope you're all going to join in tomorrow and come along to the virtual craft festival. I think each person who is doing it will have a running list and links to the next person on, or the links to the everybody that's in the show. But I think each person is going to be putting a link in at the end of their show for the next person coming up. Anyway.
Yep.
Oh, thank you, Brian. I'm sure he's taking the piss. Right, but tonight we've got Battle of the Makers on 7:45 over on Steve SK's channel, and Shug and I have come up with a cunning plan. We're going to lose again. Oh,
Good
Glenn's coming. Hiya, Glenn.
Hello, mate.
That's what I did, Glenn. And I did use grit. Right, I'm going to hit the button and let everybody get away and do what they're going to be doing for the rest of the day, afternoon,
Alrighty.
whatever. And
All right.
I'll catch you all later.